Tonight on CTV News, we interview State Senator Newell, as well as take a look at the new Love Your Melon campaign for children.
Then, we have a new art gallery in Fort Collins and highlights of the last football game of the season. All this and more starting on CTV News right now.
Good evening, CSU Rams. I'm news anchor Litos Castro.
And I'm Stuart Smith. Welcome to the final Tuesday night show of the semester. Let's dive right into the news. Scene magazine editor Michael Mockler has been accused by multiple people of sexual misconduct. The allegations began on Monday, November 13th, when Denver musician Magic Cyclops made this Facebook post about his problems with Mockler. He says that he has heard awful stories about him for years, and he is not sure why anyone tolerates this kind of behavior. He also told other victims to share their stories on the post. Cyclops told the Collegian that he spoke out because he got sick after decades of his behavior of not saying anything. Local Fort Collins musician Ben Prythurch says it's amazing that it's taken so long for anyone to say anything. He's had a reputation as someone to stay away from for a long time. Since the allegations were made, the Facebook page for Scene magazine has been taken down. The Collegian has reached out to Mockler multiple times without success, including through email, phone calls, and even visiting his office. You can read the full story in the Collegian tomorrow morning.
Yesterday, a former Colorado State Senator paid a little visit to CSU, and here's a look at what happened.
So I came up from the Denver area to make sure that we are getting the word out about what is our state legislature, what are they doing, and how can I maybe get involved.
Senator Newell presented her film, The Last Bill, A Senator's Story, which follows the path of the last bill of her legislative career and also gives viewers a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on inside the Capitol.
So I really wanted to do it in an interesting way so that people could see it up close and personal and feel like they were actually there at the Capitol. And then secondly, really wanted to make sure we were doing some empathy building.
Through the film and a question and answer section, the senator was attempting to give a little bit of education to her audience.
Hardly anybody knows who their state legislators are or what they're doing, how they're voting. Most people don't know the state legislative process.
It was clear that Senator Newell and the students realized how big of a role they can play in the future of the government.
The millennials really take the work that we've done, honestly, crumble some of it, burn some of it down, and build up other parts of it.
The senator left us with one final message.
I always say, if you're not voting, then somebody else is voting for you.
If you'd like to get more info on how you can get involved, you can visit lindanewell.org.
CSU is working to get on track to reach their goal of 100% renewable electricity by 2030 and 100% renewable energy by 2050. According to a request for proposals for renewable energy, CSU is interested in long-term power purchase agreements or on-site solutions to provide renewable electricity. On January 5, 2017, President Tony Frank signed a climate reality pledge to commit CSU to running on 100% renewable electricity by 2030. According to Source, more than 4,300 students and faculty members signed the petition to encourage CSU to join the climate reality pledge. CSU has put in a request for proposals for renewable energy in order to reach this renewable electricity goal. So far, they have received 27 proposals, and a vendor decision will be made in mid-January.
Can you really retain information while you're studying when you're puffing the magic dragon? In spite of increasing support for legalization, smoking marijuana is still a source of societal polarization. Some sources have claimed marijuana stimulates the mind and creative abilities. In particular, a team of researchers from Harvard Medical School, McLean Hospital, and Tufts University claim that marijuana smoking results in improvements in cognitive performance. Others warn that marijuana is potentially damaging to brain cells. A 2015 study published in Molecular Psychiatry posits that regular marijuana users experience issues of memory loss. The study claims these memory issues are similar to those experienced in the aging process. Remember, Rams, the CSU policy for marijuana is possession, use of, or sales of marijuana are prohibited on campus. Students in possession are subject to disciplinary measures.
Yesterday, the CSU chapter of the Love Your Melon crew was out on the plaza, letting students write virtual letters to children with cancer. Here's Chris Dawkins, the president of the CSU chapter, describing what the organization is.
We're with a company called Love Your Melon, and we're a campus crew here on campus. And Basically, the company sells beanies, and then half the net proceeds from the sales go to benefit kids with cancer. So they donate to different organizations, to cancer research, and also financial needs to families as well.
Dawkins and other members of the group were out on the plaza for hours yesterday, collecting e-cards from students to send to kids with cancer. According to Dawkins, Love Your Melon was hoping to get up to 100 signatures throughout the day. Anyone could walk up to the table and sign their name, typing their messages into the computers available on the table. Many people also wrote the names of loved ones in their lives who were suffering or had suffered from cancer, either as children or later in life. To learn more about Love Your Lemon, you can check them out on Facebook at CSU Love Your Melon Campus Crew or on Instagram at CSU LYM Crew.
Juggling his studies at CSU and soccer practice, Jonathan Emig shows ambition for being able to grow his own company. Jonathan Emig, a junior studying engineering science, started Flux Tech, a web developing company that designs websites or mobile applications for small and large businesses. His company got its first recognition after Emig's freshman year of college when he was contacted by Science Application and Research Associates to create 2 websites. Flux Tech currently focuses on web design, but Emig hopes to grow the company into the broader field of creative engineering. That is all the time we have today for News CSU, but thank you for tuning into CTV News this semester.
But don't go anywhere quite yet, because we have weatherman Zach Trombetta up next with your weekly forecast and the ski resort of the week.